Today we will use the Python multi-chain storage SDK to store and retrieve files with Swan storage. So to get started, we can first set up the Python MCS SDK. And then we can generate an API key from the MCS website. So let's visit multi-chain storage. Let's log in. Go to settings, create API key. After you create your API key, let's initiate the SDK. The API key should be private, so I will use this to load it from my env file. But for you, you can just paste the API key here. And now we can initiate the bucket API. And let's run this to see what happens. So login successful. Now we can create and manage buckets. A bucket is a logical container for storing files and folders in MCS. So we want to use the create bucket method to create a new bucket. Create bucket, demo bucket. So let's run this again. And the bucket was created successfully. So now if I take a look at my buckets and refresh, we see that the demo bucket has been created. So we can also, let's hide this. We can list all of our buckets. So here's the bucket name. If you want to find your specific bucket, demo bucket, it should print the same thing, since this is our only bucket. Now we can create a folder in our bucket. So our bucket name is the demo bucket. Let's name our folder images because I want to upload an image here. And the prefix is for if we want to have nested folders. So let's run this. And the folder was created successfully. So if I take a look at my bucket, go inside, I now have an images folder. So now let's upload some files. So we want to use the upload file method. Using the bucket name, object name, and file path. So the object name would be the path and file name of the file inside the bucket. So our bucket name here is still demo bucket. And our object name would be images / swan logo dot JPEG. And then the path would be the actual path of the image. So it's inside here, swan logo.jpg. And let's try running this again. And the file uploads successfully. So if I refresh this, it should be inside this images folder. And here we can take a look. Nice. Similarly, you can upload a whole folder or upload an IPFS folder. Uploading an IPFS folder would give the whole folder its own CID, which would make the whole folder shareable to others. But next we can retrieve and download the files. So here we can list all the files. Inside our demo bucket. And inside our demo bucket, we have only the images folder. So if I check inside images, we see our image inside here. Nice. You can also get the file information using the object name. So if I go demo bucket, and the object name would be images slash swan logo.jpg. It should print the same information here. Yep. So now we can download the file back onto our local. So using the bucket name and object name, and where you want to save it as. So let's save it here. Downloaded image. So let's run this again. And it's downloaded successfully. So let's take a look. So this is our original image. And yes, it was downloaded successfully. The last thing we can do is delete files and buckets. So if we were to delete this file, and that is how to interact with the multi-chain storage SDK. Thanks for watching.